You blue bastard. He lives! I don't know why this feels like such a fucking reunion moment. I maybe knew you for a max of half an hour, and I don't even think it was anywhere close to that. I knew the Norse lady no longer than I knew you. But holy shit, our adorable little smurf, fuck, he lives!
I can't believe it. After all this time, I finally made it here. And you did as well. We've reached the teeth of Naros.
I've kind of already saved their entire world,
that was the end of me. But here we are.
How the hell did you clear the cave-in, by the way? Hellick, how did you get here?
Crawled, more or less. When I figured you weren't coming back, I thought that cave would become my tomb.
I mean, I've got healing magic now, dude. Can I help you at all?
Saved my life. Couldn't help with the limp, but it gave me the strength I needed. I finally made it through the rubble and got my way here. Can you believe it? The giants are real. The city really does float. If only we could visit it.
Oh, I've got a fucking story for you, dude. Have you met with the Colossi?
The Colossi? Is that what those giants are called? No. I've not gone near them.
Yet you're standing here with your massive wang flailing in the wind. Why are you so brave? If you think they're perfectly willing to murder you, then why are you being so obvious? I don't understand. I've been to the city.
What? You have? You must have some incredible stories. Tell me of your adventure. What happened here?
Oh, you're gonna make me fucking famous. It's kind of a long story.
I'm all ears. So soon.
You quite literally are.
Fascinating. All of it. This will make a grand tale. A grand story indeed. I've taken it upon myself to come up with a proper record of these lands.
9,
and you've given me a great start. Plenty of time to ruminate and write, with my wound and all. Here's the first draft of my work. What do you think?
Thank you, Smurfy Neeson. Okay, well, I will read that eventually, but you've also kind of ass-fucked my inventory space. You bastard. I hope each individual one doesn't take up a slot, because that would be a bit extreme, don't you think, buddy? Whatever, let's talk. The Teeth of Naros.
I can't believe this place. I've walked the dunes of Detir and the jungles of Cluricon, but I've never felt so small before.
I'm sure there are bigger creatures around, surely. I didn't immediately take on just the coolest dudes the game has to offer, did I? I hope not, but I guess that is the point of the DLC. Sort of build on what already exists and make it even more badass. Huh. I hope I didn't ruin the rest of the game for myself, but whatever. Colossi.
I've seen them. They're so close to stone, but they move like flesh. I haven't dared go any closer. When the wound heals, maybe then I'll try to make contact. But I'll wait for now.
I mean, I'd say I could vouch for you, but I barely even know you, dude. Like I said, I've not known you for very long at all. And what the fuck are those endless open wounds on your cheekbones? I hate that. Tattoo this side as well, please. You absolutely need it. Expedition.
Can't really say it was a success, can we?
We're
Cash
here.
ran off, and Sverre, but they knew the risks. We all did.
I'm trying to remember her name. Was it Sverre Brond or something like that? I think it started with a B. There was definitely an R in there, and an O, and an N, and a D. Yeah, it was definitely Brond. Tell me about yourself, I guess. Now's the time to get to know each other, now that you've been dead for about 2 weeks.
My wound's not exactly healed right. Not sure if I'm stuck with a limp for the rest of my life, but better this than the alternative.
Yeah, or you could have just never, ever done this expedition and been fine. That was also a choice, you moron. What will you do now?
I've thought about it. When I get better, I'm going to walk these lands, see as much as I can, and when I'm through, I'll write it all down. The world should know the wonders of this place, so I'll make sure I'll write it all down.
Alright. It was good to see you again, buddy. This was actually really cool. I'm so glad we got to see him again. Oh, that looks amazing from this angle. I don't think I even looked at that on the way in. God damn, man. Alright. I guess it's back to saving a very different world. See you guys when I find something interesting. Alright then. Welcome. Welcome back to the Why is this brute dead? Did I do this literally before we even entered the realm of the Colossi? And it just remained here the whole time? Good for you, buddy. What an interesting existence you must have had over the last however the fuck long. Alright, well, we don't actually have a whole lot more time, that's a sentence, left in this session because real life kept interrupting for like the last hour and everything. There was that call, and then someone showed up at my house and I had to deal with that. But I want to end this session by at the very least talking to King Wencen, who I believe should be the King of the Fae or the current What the hell are you? An Etin war priest? I have never seen one of you before, and never want to see one of you ever again. Jesus Christ, you are terrifying. Especially in comparison to your regular Etin, who is just absolutely pathetic. I thought the war priest went down for a second. I thought it was 1,000 times more pathetic than the regular boys. But no, I guess he does sort of count as some kind of boss type? His attacks suck, but he's got all the health in the fucking world, and I hate that. Oh, what's this? It's nothing. Dude, you suck. Just lay down and never, ever, ever get up. I promise you it'll be better than actually fighting. Fucking hell. To be fair, that might have given me issues when we first showed up here. But, I mean, considering we now leveled up, like, what, 4 or 5 or maybe even 6 times when we were hanging out with the Colossi, I don't think any enemies in this area are going to be a problem. I don't know if they scale or what the fuck, but he seemed unbelievably pathetic. Let's see what we got going on in here. And this is the Castle of the Fae. The most powerful faction in the entire world. As far as we can tell, they are literally immortal. And they just live in a relatively kind of cool, I guess, tree. That's so boring. This could have been the coolest fucking place the entire game has had to offer so far. And it looks like this. Ooh. A Fae cache, huh? I don't think we've dealt with one of these before. Just a giant fucking bulbous boy that contains all the loot in the world. And I did it first try. There was no way that should have worked. Disciple stuff. I think I've already picked up one of those and it wasn't that great, but I guess we'll check real quick. Primary. You fucking suck. No thank you. Hello, Ray Kildine.
Well, look at
oh, you're a guy, and you look disgusting. You're not even
I never
Fae.
expected to see another civilized soul out here in Ettenmere. Something about the giant hairy monsters must keep
Civilized,
people away.
huh? Says the
Good to
guy
meet you.
literally
The
sleeping
name
out
is
in the
Ray
fucking
Kildine,
dirt.
Purveyor of fine sage-crafting goods and friend to the House of Ballads.
Next to the incredible, ornate, natural castle. I think they're way more civilized than we could ever dream of being, you moron, but whatever. Tell me about yourself.
I don't call any one village or city home. No,
Yet you're
I'm
so
a wanderer
civilized.
by nature, a merchant by trade. Most people just assume it's because I'm a restless spirit. Actually,
How can
it's
anyone
because
assume
my
that
wife
when your
wants me
smile
dead.
is so terrifying?
If the two of you ever
Oh, well,
meet,
that makes more
don't
sense.
tell her you found me. Please. She's terrifying.
What a strange backstory for such a random merchant that won't matter in it. What the hell was that sound? Sir? Was that you? You want to explain what's going on behind the fucking letterboxing here? Because that hand is in a very suspicious position. Jesus. The oratory. Just say anything to stop you from moaning. Thank you.
Fae come and go, but none of them ever pay me much mind. A while back, one of them dropped something in passing. They called it a cairn. I had it in my possession for one glorious night, before they pried it from my grip.
Why would you say it like that? What the fuck were you doing with it? Why did you pick Knight, the sexiest of all the times? No, I don't like this guy. This guy freaks me the fuck out. I assume if you know nothing about the castle, you know nothing about the king, but it's worth a shot.
He's a legendary knight of the House of Ballads, its ruler. But I've never seen him slay anything. He doesn't even own a crown.
You're such an arsehole, goddamn. Why do you think you're literally above the king of the summer court or whatever? You, sir, are pathetic. You are afraid of your own wife to the point where you literally come and live amongst the bugs because you don't deserve a house? I don't understand. How did she kick you out? How did this happen to you? You poor little cuck man. House of Ballads.
Wencen and me are close friends, like brothers. And he doesn't mind at all if I camp outside the oratory here. Just so long as I clean up my mess.
And how much mess do you leave, you absolute filth? Fake
Magic, I
cans.
suppose. They don't seem to do much of anything on their own. I heard Wencen mention something about an echo stone, but I don't know what that is. Sounds
Damn
like
it, if only
trouble
I'd done the
for me.
DLC. I've heard about that too quite recently. I mean, quite recently, before we went to Naros. I know it's not called Naros, but I will forever call it Naros. But yeah, we heard about that, maybe even from the Hermit. I don't know why, but it's definitely ringing a bell.
I've been out here for weeks. Getting in is the easy part. It's getting back out that will get you killed.
Yeah, but
Lucky
I'm me. You're
Wencen
you. I'll be fine.
An oratory out here. Whatever an oratory is. They've never let me inside.
Alright, well fuck you. I'm gonna go aura some Tories. Goodbye. I mean, I kinda wanna see what you sell. Because you're such a weird guy in such a weird fucking place.
Service. Anything I can take off your hands and then sell to someone else at double the price?
I don't think you're supposed to admit that, sir. Ooh, you sell gems. Well, I'll keep you in mind unless I find someone 1,000 times better pretty much instantly. Literally inside the oratory, which is way more likely, but how do I even get in? Hello? Door? There is a door, and I have a key! Who the fuck gave that to me? Oh, that's what the signet ring is for! I'm so glad I didn't put you away. I almost sold you, forgetting that you're, you know, a thing. People? And there are like 2 people in this whole fucking castle. Who the fuck are you, Lady Olien? Or Alen, or so.
Hello,
why am I even
Lady
trying?
Olien.
I'm never gonna get it right.
What do I call you? I prefer names to titles. Sometimes we here at the House of Ballads can get a little caught up in the veneration.
Keith.
Of course.
I mean,
You're sacred now, as it should be.
Letheroon.
Welcome.
Wait, you were just like, I fucking hate titles, and then you immediately start calling me by my title. Aren't I a lord, though? I thought I was above Sagril. I thought Sagril was the entry thing. But I replaced the dude who has that magical fucking tale about him destroying the... I don't remember. Whatever the fuck kind of horrible hentai beast was living in that giant tree. I ended him, now I'm special, talk to me.
I have not met one myself.
About Tuatha.
But there is word that Tuatha have been glimpsed in the shadows of western Dalantarth.
Dude, they're all over
Our
the fucking
kind
place.
survives by the grace of
This
nature.
is not just rumors at
There
this
is
point.
nothing natural about the Tuatha. When the roots are poisoned, the fruit spoils on the vine.
When the roots are poisoned, the fruit spoils on the... But what are their roots? Because it's not like it's only the ones that are newborn that are becoming terrifying. Or maybe it is the rebirth that's sending them insane. Oh, that's actually a really, really cool hook that I didn't think about till now. But I mean, I'm sure we would have heard about the Winter Court leader. I always forget his name because it's relatively pathetic. We'll just call him Keith again. If he had died and been reborn, I feel like we would know about it. That seems like a pretty important detail that seemingly everyone has left out so far, but whatever. Tell me about yourself, Olien, or Elaine, or whatever. I don't remember what you said
Call
already.
me Olaine. The others will
Olaine.
never call me anything but Lady Olaine, Knight of the Golden Knot, Destroyer of Sreng, and Keeper of the Fenian Cycle. I won a seat in the House of Ballads many seasons ago. Back then I was lost, and I desired a new telling, one with meaning. Your kind might call it a purpose.
So you guys create your own fate and then just repeat it forever. Weird. You're a very interesting concept. I don't think I've seen anything like you in a fantasy RPG before. A lot of people argue that this game's races are really generic, and I think the issue there is that a lot of the human ones are. I think there is just not a whole lot that goes into their lore, at least right now. I know I'm not very far into the main game because I got addicted to DLC, but it didn't. I'm not learning a whole lot about the Almain. I'm not learning a whole lot about the Venri. I don't even remember their names. The Norse guys. We know they're traders. That's about it. But the Fae are so unique. There is nothing generic about them. They're sort of like the old magical nature elf race, but there is a fucking good spin on it, and I like it. You're doing well, Amala. King
He's
Wencen.
an incredible creature, unique in every way. No other Fae hero has grasped the imagination of our people like he has.
I can't wait to meet him and find out how pathetic his voice sounds, because that always happens with everyone you big up. Decline
No
in
one
magic.
knows why it is happening. Not even Hallam the White. Yet every day we can feel it, like a shiver of coming autumn, a deadly frost on the morning air. I believe
I mean,
it is
my
due to
magic
what
just
the
keeps getting
Tuatha
more
have wrought
powerful.
with their flames of war. The world burns. None of us can escape the cleansing fire.
You don't seem to be all that on fire right now. You're very unincinerated, in case you hadn't noticed. I'm sure you'll be alright, but I guess my magic doesn't really compare to the magic of the ancient forest race. I've never really seen a full-blown Fae Mage in action, but I imagine it's not really about one Fae Mage. I imagine it's more about the collective magic that they pull together and build all these incredible structures and keep the forest going and shit like that with. So what happens when the Fae magic disappears? I don't know. The Court of Summer.
Mortals have kingdoms and tribes and nations. We Fae are connected to one another by a deeper understanding, a magic from which we've all been born.
I think what you mean is you just like
is a circle
seasons.
of elders that, for lack of a better word, governs our kind.
I don't know why you would need a better word for that. That is exactly what they do, and that's normal. It's like having a king, except there's a lot of them. Why is this so hard to grasp for you? Either that or they just think I'm stupid. The Court of Enchantments.
Seems silly to outsiders, but the Court of Enchantments has become very meaningful to the Fae of the Summer Court. Our songs live on despite the decline in magic.
And lastly, Bloody Bones. I remember actually finding his lair, I think, but not being able to do anything about it because the game is stupid and apparently I need to talk to this one guy first. So, I'd love a few details.
Famor was no friend to his kind even before he was cursed. It is good that Ferrara's lot in the telling is to end the fiend's days. He deserves it.
I'm very excited to see a few more like monstrous bosses, because everything we had in the DLC that was a boss was either just a big troll or a humanoid. Well, it was colossi, but you know, it just kind of looked and acted like a person. I really, really like when the game does some badass, weird-ass, twisted monsters like we did with all the Fate quests so far, really. And Bloody Bones sounds like he's going to be horrific. It's kind of in the name. Was there a dude over here as well? There absolutely is, and she looks exactly the same as Almain. But who the fuck are you? Queen? Holy shit, and you're just sitting out here, you don't get your own throne or anything? Actually, it seems like no one gets a throne, but still. You don't even get to sit with your king?
Sir Sagrel. May I congratulate you on your victory in Gorgowath. I am Queen Belmaid.
Oh, I put Sagrel is not a rank, it's the dude's name. I forgot about that. Okay, well, tell me about the telling for some fucking reason.
This realm is at the mercy of cycles, of seasons, and the role of the Fae is no different. The telling is the ongoing story in which we all play an integral part.
I don't know why I needed to hear that from you, but it's really strange that the Queen is just straight up to willing to talk to me with no sort of reasoning behind it. I didn't need to justify it or anything. She's just like, oh yeah, come on in. Why the fuck not?
It is
Oratory.
difficult to see from its current condition, but the Oratory was once the finest venue for performances of the Summer Court canon. The voices still linger. We regaled many a king under the Oratory's grand canopy. But those seasons have passed. Our time has passed.
Regale many a king meaning Fae king? So, you and your husband were just a part of those who would just talk about it before? And now for some reason he became king? No, because he was a massive fucking god-tier knight. I don't understand. I want to know your story, though. Queen Belmaid.
I do not speak of my exploits.
The maid of all bells.
Against the pride that engulfs all who celebrate the telling. We are symbols of a greater truth, not the truth itself. I am best known for my infiltration of the Maid of Windermere's kingdom beyond the hills.
Oh, that was you!
It was I who shattered her ambitions to topple the Summer Court.
And I imagined you're gonna die and I'm gonna have to end up, for one, banging your husband, and two, killing the fucking maid or something. But either way, I'm pretty fucking hyped. The Maid of Windermere, tell me more.
Nemesis. The villain we in the House of Ballads are destined to thwart through all the seasons of the telling. If there is trouble, the maid is at its origin.
Alright, well tell me about your gorgeous little husband.
He represents all that is pure and just in the Summer Court. He is the vibrancy of life, what the Winter Court has always sought to darken with its decaying ways.
Didn't you guys used to be allies, though? It's not always. Well, not allies, but I guess you had a peace treaty until what's-his-name just decided to become even more emo than before, as if that was ever possible. The House of Ballads.
It is likely that you do not understand our need for continuity, our desire to repeat the past for the good of the coming future. What then is your drive to create a bloodline? There is no difference. The House of Ballads is our family tree. It is the sire we look to for wisdom.
I'm now starting to wonder, was the other Sagrel, was he the original Sagrel? Or do they just constantly keep replacing them? Queen Belmaid, are you even the original queen? Do the king and the queen, do they just keep getting replaced, but they stay under the same name because that is the tale you want to tell? Are you just forever stuck in the past like this, no matter how the actors keep changing? That's deep as shit, and I don't know if I'm just thinking that because I'm so sick that I feel high as hell. But that would be pretty damn awesome. I don't know if it makes sense, or if I just spouted shitloads of bullshit. Shitloads of bullshit. That's the level of commentary that we have reached today. Good job, me. But whatever. Court of Winter.
The Fae of the East are not our enemies. We count them among our kind.
You literally just said that you hate them.
Times change.
And that they've been ruining the world forever.
That is such a mortal thing to say.
I love how that's a bad thing for her. Alright. Well, since my brain... Oh, God, I didn't mean to do that. I'm so sorry. A mom's key. We need those. Oh, surely you can't see me. Your eyes are closed. You are meditating. I guess that makes you more perceptive. That's the entire fucking point of meditating. But still, come on. I'm a sneaky boy. I've got like a whole 3 points into it. And apparently, that is more than enough to outsmart the gods of the Fae. Because why not? But yeah, I think I'm going to end this session pretty damn soon. I'm going to talk to the guy. But my brain is truly falling apart at this point. I'm very sorry, guys. I am not a well man. But hopefully that'll pass and I will become a genius once again. This is the Echo Stone? Oh, and there was another one in the House of Ballads as well. That you needed to shove little discs in, if I remember correctly. Or were they like little balls or spheres or something? You needed to go balls deep for it to work. And Letharoon just kept refusing, and I have no idea why. Guess you can't force a man to go balls deep. He's got to get warmed up. Gotta make sure he fits first. Anyway, King Wencen with his stupid Super Saiyan hair. I already hate you, but I can't wait to talk to you.
When Hallam told me a mortal had taken the open seat, I did not believe
weird
him.
Voice.
But here you
I expected you
stand
to sound
before
mysterious
me.
and mystical.
Impressive. It is a pity about Sagra, a grand
But you
hero.
just sound like you work in accounting.
But there's not time to raise the king's token in his honor. We need every hand carrying a sword for the coming battle. We've come to aid Sir Ferrara, our brother in the Court of Enchantments.
You're joining me?
For his telling of the Ballad of Bloody Bones.
Ah, fuck yeah! Alright then. Oh, there is so much I can ask you. I thought we were going to be ending the fucking session soon, but it's going to be like 20 minutes later now. Tell me about Sir Ferrara.
He prefers action to discussion. A tempestuous
Apparently that's not me then.
Who would rather pursue the mortal flesh than any other of life's mysteries. That is why his ballad is such a stirring one. Ferrara will always be the lovable rogue who finally chooses another over himself. Timeless is what it is.
Will he though? Because he's seeming pretty fucking dead right now. Okay, tell me about the telling.
Know the truth of the House of Ballads. That we are not the actual heroes of myth. Those knights have gone, passing into the cycle, or moving on to
Shit, I was right!
Adventures.
I predicted it like 3 minutes before we were actually told.
The great songs to endure. That seasons of Fae would sing them before the fires. True power is in returning to what matters. So the House of Ballads was established, and worthy warriors were found to act in the roles of Wencen, Belmaid, and the others. To tell these tales is a great honor.
Why did your magical fucking heroes have to have such boring goddamn names? Also, you're immediately out of character. You're the most important one. You're the fucking king, and you're immediately telling an outsider all of this. I don't think anyone other than me who is a mortal actually knows this, right? No one's ever allowed to research the Fae. I just managed to get in instantly because of my fateless status, I think, maybe, sorta. Huh. So now the question arises, are you actually immortal, or do you just sort of get replaced over and over, and that's sort of a sense of immortality? Because the people live on, just with completely different personalities, morals, and stature, looks, and literally everything. They're fucking dead, is what I'm getting at, I guess. I mean, they're a completely different person. I mean, it's still an interesting prospect, but what the fuck? The King's Token? I don't even know what this is.
It is an amulet, worn by all King Wencens in the telling. I wear it, as have all the kings who rose and fell at the mercy of the seasons. Only he who wears the King's Token is worthy of walking in Wencen's stead, of singing the most important songs of the Summer Court.
They better make me king at the end of this. Can I just end you right now and get it over with? Right, tell me about yourself and everyone who came before you, I guess.
There's no need to kneel. Honestly, I wish I could do away with all this king nonsense altogether. The tragedy we face, it is not legend. It is real. It is
So I guess
now.
that's why.
Yes, I am the acting Wencen. But the true king has been gone for many seasons. I am the 5th such Fae to hold the title. And at times like this, I wish I did not.
The fact that it's only 5th makes me think that they are immortal, because it seems like these tales are thousands and thousands of years old, so at the very least they have huge lifespans. But, yeah, I guess that's why. That I was pretty sure I heard the Fae King be referred to as a different name. This guy's basically only the king of the House of Ballads, because they're sort of a completely different faction. They're sort of the summer court of the old ways. Or they're more like a theatre company. They're really, really, really forever in character. It's fucking insane, dude. I've never seen anything even similar to this. I just hope they really, really explore it to the best of their abilities, because this could either just flop and be like, why did you even bother saying that? Or it could be absolutely amazing. It's weird this has been relegated to like a faction as opposed to the main quest. This is so cool. Fake ends. But then again, side quests in this game are fucking stellar.
I do not speak of magic with a knowing tongue, but I do know that the persistence of Fae songs is eternally linked to the enchanted lore stones in which they exist. When mortals began to use magic to create, change, and even destroy their own lore stones, it was decided that the ballads of the Summer Court needed better protection. The cairns are a new kind of lore stone.
Were they breaking your lore stones?
Influence from
I don't see why they destroy their own immediately.
From corrupting them as the days pass and seasons transpire.
Then again, they say that as if it all happened at once. At once for them is probably over the course of like 1,000 years. Because 1,000 years probably passes by like a week for us because they live so fucking long. I don't know. Court of Summer. So yeah, maybe they started creating and then a civilization died and there were wars and everything, and then they were like, right, we're going to destroy these lore stones because it paints us out to be the dicks of the situation, and we may be dicks, but we're lovable dicks, we're adorable dicks, like a dick with a fez on it. Court of Summer.
Like all other Fae in the Western lands,
sweep that under the rug.
Subject of the Court of Summer. Our
Can't let anyone steal my hats for dicks business idea.
They are responsible for the well-being of our kind.
Okay. And the Court of Enchantments.
We are legendary champions.
I don't know why they've called that a court,
brought
but still.
Together for the purpose of ensuring Summer Court glory for seasons to come.
Wait, you're one of them as well? Or was that supposed to be the House of Ballads? That didn't seem related to the Court of Enchantments at all, did it? I don't know. Just tell me about Bloody Bones.
It's a ballad of obsession and sacrifice.
One of my favorite things. Oldest.
Bloody Bones was not always as a terror. No. He was once called Faemor, a counselor to Isa himself. Sadly,
so he's just an angry Fae?
By lust, and by his need to possess whatever he desired. Taking Lord Isa's
I expected him to look
he
amazing!
fled with her to his hollow of Uduath. When the maiden
Oh
was
well.
rescued, Isa cursed Faemor. He could not die, and his soul would never enter the great cycle. He became an abomination, known only as Bloody Bones. Every
abomination is a pretty good sign.
Would emerge
he
and
might
steal
look pretty
away
cool.
a maiden to make his bride. That is, until he took the beloved of Sir Ferrara.
Wait a minute. So until then, you guys just didn't give a fuck. The Fae were just like, fuck it, let it happen. He's not hurting anyone. As soon as one of the cool Fae are attacked, they're like, all right, fine. This man is being ended immediately. Kind of a bit of a double standard, don't you think? But whatever. Oh, man. But yeah, this game definitely has the whole thing going on of factions within factions within factions within factions. Then you got splinters of all those little tiny factions having, like, different motivations and everything. It's really cool. It's given me so many Dragon Age vibes because of it. I think that's one of the main reasons I keep comparing it to Dragon Age, or keep bringing up Dragon Age. Where is Sir Ferrara?
Ferrara went in pursuit of his nemesis, for Bloody Bones has emerged, poised to abduct a maiden to be his mistress. So goes his song. You will need to revive Ferrara after the battle. I can only assume Hallam would not have sent you unprepared for this task. Go to Ferrara and quickly.
I mean, what do you mean by that?
I will
I've got a ring.
House of Ballads in the north.
That's
You'll
about
be
it.
careful, Sagril.
Oh, and you're going back to... Where is Bloodies? I love that we're calling him Bloody. It's like his little fucking nickname. Like the adorable little bastard that he... I don't think that works so well. But why are you abandoning your castle? Or like castle equivalent? I understand it's a bit shit. I mean, I like the stained... I don't want to call it glass, but stained... They're just stained. Whatever the fuck that is. They're not windows either. But those things. I like those things. I know, it looks kind of cool, but I expected, like, you know, for the most important people of the House of Ballads, it just looks worse than the House of Ballads itself. Which is fine, I guess. The Fae are all about living simply and living off the land, but fucking hell, if they can build the House of Ballads, they can build better than this. But anyway, I think this is a pretty perfect place to leave it. We got a little bit over time, and that's fine, because I had to take, like, an hour's break earlier, because someone showed up at my house, and I had to do all that shit. And it took even longer because I'm sick and I didn't want to get close to him. Yeah, goddamn. So as you may have noticed, I was very, like, fucky. My brain was not very functional today. But, I hope that I remained, at least ever so slightly fucking entertaining for you guys. Entertaining enough, anyway. As, if I was not, that would absolutely suck. But like I said, I am... I am the big sick today. It is not good. It's not the big disease that is, absolutely ass-fucking the world right now, or at least I assume it isn't. It's just some fucking nasty flu. But yeah, don't worry about me. I'll be alright. As you can tell, I'm broken, because that was the worst outro I think I've ever fucking done. But yeah, I didn't really plan on recording today. I mean, I did plan on it, but I woke up and I was like, I feel awful. But I got to my PC, I was gonna start doing other shit for the day, and I was like, man, I really want to record. I really do. I can't stay away from Kingdoms of Amalur, and I'm very, very glad that I didn't, because I had a hell of a lot of fun today. But yeah, I just feel like I should mention and be like, yeah, sorry if I was a bit brain dead throughout the entire, like, more so than usual. I've had allergies all over summer, but fuck me, I was all over the place today. Hopefully that'll be done by tomorrow. I do feel like I'm getting better, like, kind of through the session. When I woke up this morning, I was dead. The worst thing about it now is just my brain confusion, but I'm not, like, choking to death anymore, so that's probably a good sign. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please do like, subscribe, share, comments, all that amazing stuff. It really does help out both me and the channel, and I will see you in the next one. But for now, this is Strike signing off. Goodbye!